guys, so do I look any different? Hopefully a little bit I do. I have a completely new setup than the last time you saw me. I got a new camera, I got new lighting, so I'm really so excited about it because this is the first time in a really long time that I've actually filmed like a real makeup tutorial. I do feel like garbage today, so it took like everything I have in me to film this, but I feel better now that I actually like put on some makeup. This look is super similar to the one that I wore in my Ulta haul. I did do that look on Instagram Live, and then I did post some pictures of it on Instagram. For one, not that many people joined the Instagram Live, and I didn't love the way my pictures turned out. It gave me the feels like real hard in person, but I didn't feel those feels in the pictures, so I wanted to recreate it, and since I had like a really good setup, I finally felt like I could do it good this time. And I did it a little bit more dramatic so you could see it better. I felt like this look needed some more drama. If you know me at all, then you know I like warm colors. I like everything to just be blown out and soft and smoky, and I don't really care for eyeliner. And so this look goes against everything that I normally do, which I think is why I like it so much, because it's so different. I did it just to kind of like play around with some new techniques and new colors, and I was like, oh, I actually really like this. So that was another good reason I really wanted to film it. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. So obviously I'm not feeling too hot, but we will get through this. I already primed my eyes with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and then I went in with the Bobbi Brown Long Wear Gel Sparkle Shadow and Liner in the color Smokey Topaz, which is like the longest name ever. But it's such a cool product. You can use it as a cream shadow or a gel liner, and it just has the most beautiful sparkle to it. So I just kind of use this as a base for the lid color. I will go over with an actual powder shadow later, but I just like to have that sparkle underneath. And then I'm going in with the NYX Jumbo Pencil in black. This is a completely new technique for me, and honestly it still kind of scares me. I think this was only the second time I've actually just straight up went in with black in my outer corner, but I actually really like the way that this just intensifies the darkness in the outer corner. I will say that I probably spent too much time actually blending it out with the brush. I think that if I would have actually just relaxed and kept it super dark in the outer corner, then I would have been able to spend less time blending it out later. It did all look good in the end, but I think I just created a lot of extra work for myself because it was kind of choppy in the crease. I'm going to start to blend it out with MAC Wedge. This is probably my favorite transition color to use with cooler eyeshadow looks because it's more of like a neutral to cool brown, and it kind of helps blend the cooler colors into my skin tone. I'm just going to continue to darken up the crease with Makeup Geek. This is Mocha, I believe. Yes, Mocha. And just to start to blend that black into the wedge. And then always I go in with the Sigma E40 again, just to make sure that all the edges are soft. So to continue to darken up the look, I took a black. This is Makeup Geek Corrupt, which is probably my favorite black. It's just very, very, very black. And with a teeny tiny brush, I am just going to pack this in the outer corner, just to, you know, keep up that intensity in the outer corner, and then always, of course, blending it out with my big fluffy brush. Going over the lid color with Makeup Geek Prom Night, as you can see, I did lose a lot of color from blending it out, so I'm just bringing it back to life a little bit. And then if you didn't already catch the drift here, I'm going to blend out the edges again so everything is seamless. This is a makeup look that kind of makes you nervous a little bit at first, that it's going to be, you know, messy and sloppy and not look good. So I'm going to go in and clean up with the simple makeup wipes just to, for one, clean up the fallout and make the outer edge a little bit more crisp, and so both sides are even because they definitely weren't before this. And then I'm going in with ColourPop Paisley. I've been obsessed with this eyeshadow lately. It just adds the most beautiful sparkle. It doesn't really have color to it, but it just adds sparkle over the eyeshadows. Then I'm using the Morphe Gel Liner. This is sped up obviously, but I did leave like everything that I did in here. I always start out with just doing a band across the lid, and then I will go in and make the outer part of the wing. I used to start from the top of the wing and then drag it back down to the lash line, but now I do the opposite where I start from the lash line and then create a straight line up to the wing. I hope that explaining makes sense, but I think it's just helped to make a smoother transition up into the wing. I just find that if I start in the inner corner and bring my brush to the outer corner, I can make a smoother line across my lid. These are the Koko lashes in Bella, and I'm just putting on some mascara first. I forgot to do that before, actually. But these lashes are a little bit more dramatic in the outer corner, which go with this look quite perfectly to just accentuate that wing or cat eye look. And then I'm going in with the Makeup Forever HD Foundation Stick. I did put this foundation on because my skin's having a little bit of issues and I wanted more coverage than my normal Maybelline Fit Me. I felt like, not in real life, but just with this bright light in my face, that my face looked super, super pale. I tried to even it out with bronzer a little bit, but I just still feel like the end result, I looked really pale. And then this is the Bobbi Brown Corrector, just putting lightly just to kind of cover up the dark circles, or correct the dark circles, I guess, and then I'll go over with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, just because it's a little bit more lightweight, like it doesn't have a whole lot of coverage, so since I already went in with the corrector, that actually canceled out the dark circles, I don't need a lot of coverage to go over it again because I already covered up the dark circle, so this is just kind of to make the corrector not look pink and highlight the cheekbones, which I didn't need because my face is already white enough with that, but that's okay. And then I'll just go in and set everything. I obviously used the Maybelline Fit Me Powder as always. I used a smaller brush under the eyes to set the concealer, and then I used my big fluffy Real Techniques duo fiber brush, that's the word I'm looking for, just to set down the face. So I'm just finishing off the lower lash line. I used the Makeup Geek Mocha first, all over the lash line, and then I took a teeny tiny brush and just used the black in the very, very outer corner. Not to smoke it out, I wanted this line to be pretty sharp, connecting the lower lash line up to the wing, and then I'm just putting a light coat of mascara on. This is the NYX Skinny Brush Mascara, I think that's what it's called. I love this mascara for the lower lashes because the brush is so tiny and it doesn't put a whole lot of product on, it just makes them black so you can see them. I'm going into the Makeup Revolution bronzer palette. I've been loving that particular shade of bronzer. I do think, again, because my face was a little bit lighter than expected, it did look a little bit warmer than I was going for. So I did go in with the Kat Von D Shade Light palette just to darken it up a little bit more, just to make my face appear a little darker, and to kind of cool it down because the Kat Von D shades are a little bit cooler. Then I went in with the Tarte Blush in Exposed. I love this color because it's just perfectly neutral and just adds a little life to your cheeks. Then I took the Tarteist Pro Glow palette. I used the color Strobe. In the pan, it almost has a little bit of glitter in it, but when you brush it on your face, the glitter kind of falls off. I've been really loving this shade. It's probably been the only highlight I've used for the past week or two. Then to finish it off, I'm using the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Los Angeles. I love this color. Again, like my face was so light that it looked darker. I'm just like used to being more tan, I guess. It looked darker than normal, but I still really like the shade. And then I completely forgot to highlight the inner corner of my eyes. As you can see, I was like, what the heck? So I took Makeup Geek Shimma Shimma, highlighted the inner corner of my eyes, I love this shade. Again, beautiful, bright highlight. And then my lips felt super, super dry, so I just put on a little bit of Buxom lip gloss, and then I am done. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.